why we are having this conversation as an emergency call on the president to rethink his approach on this. If President Buhari has nothing to fear, he should simply sign that bill into an act. He fears that he has already lost the election, and he wishes to have an uneven playing field where they can determine all kinds of things about 2019 election. He will be resisted by the Nigerian people that the president should do right. And by the way, the court of public opinion will already show the president that he is not going to win the elections. So if he wants to continue to go in the direction that he wishes, well, we shall see. We shall meet. We shall meet. We just said that 2 days before 2015 elections, an act, a new act, underpinning our electoral process came into existence. The 2015 elections ended up making President Buhari the president of this country. If in 2 days we implemented an act that elected him into office, why should the president want to regress our progress in terms of the strength of our electoral law? Our electoral law, what the president obviously does not like in the law is what will checkmate electoral malpractice, which is the card reader that has to work consistently with a PVC. He does not want that provision. It is very clear. Nobody is fooled. And the president cannot unilaterally, because he wants a situation that is chaotic, take the country into dangerous territory with the 2019 elections. We must all resist the president. What we are doing and what we will continue to do is to use everything that is within our powers. The president should go into this this competition in 2019 being seen to be a person of honor who is acting not for his own personal interest, but for the overriding interest of the country. And the people in the media, the Nigerian citizens, all the co-contestants in the elections must raise their voices. One person cannot undermine the good of our society and people keep quiet. There must be no keeping quiet. We shall mobilize the Nigerian people against this unpopular stance. Placing that provision as part of the conduct of the elections, it is very clear that the INEC, in the submissions they have made at different times to the public, to the National Assembly, have shown that their technology has upgraded to the point where there is a consistency in the electoral, in the technology that interfaces between the PVC and the smart card reader. This works. There is absolutely no reason to act on our electoral process in the breach. It is almost like you know what works, but you want to assume that it doesn't work, therefore you're planning for it not to work. That is wrong. We know that the technology, I do remember when we engaged as civil society, when we engaged with INEC to understand the level of its technological preparedness, and INEC made a very strong case for the fact that its technology has been revamped to the state where there is absolute confidence that the smart reader, the smart card reader, and the PVC will work together to deliver the right kind of transparent outcome. If the idea is to use incidence funds and to do manual registration so that all kinds of shenanigans can happen, you and I must stand against it. We must stand opposed to it. The electoral process must be allowed to be the outcome of the genuine desire and choices of the Nigerian people. Anyone who works against that is an enemy of the Nigerian people. it is important for the electoral umpire to be seen as independent and to in fact be independent. There are many aspects of the INEC responsibility that it has continued to improve upon. So, for example, observers of even the odious elections in Ekiti and Osun State did say that in terms of logistics, INEC did better than in previous elections. But that is not enough. We need that the process of the election itself be without any form of reproach. And that is our stance, that part of the way to safeguard the integrity of this election is to ensure that the accredited voters are indeed the persons according to the law who showed up with their PVCs. If you don't have that, you would have all kinds of shenanigans happen. Second, in the opportunity for people to exercise their right to vote, we did see that some people were turned away from the polling units in the 2 state elections. It was as if they were made, their right to vote was taken. They were disenfranchised during those state elections. Such disenfranchisement, when INEC says that that falls within the realm of the security establishments, we are saying that President Muhammadu Buhari must be held responsible for that. The security establishments have no role in our democratic process to determine who votes and who does not vote. So to the extent that that is allowed to happen, we must all condemn it. And we as citizens must not be complicit in allowing a beneficiary of our democracy to imperil our democracy. It's a dangerous trend. And that is